City Council picks a new location for Thunder Bay's temporary homeless village. Good evening and thank you for joining us. There's been another big change in the city's response to homelessness. Council has selected a new site for the proposed temporary shelter village, and it's not the one administration recommended. Last night, there was wide support for a proposal from Councillor Mark Bentz to build on a city-owned wooded lot on North Cumberland Street next to the Salvation Army's Journey to Life Centre. The change came after numerous concerns about city staff's recommended location on Fort William Road. Jessica Clement has the details.
During a long night at City Hall, Council debated the proposed location for the temporary shelter village at 1111 Fort William Road. Councillors had a wide range of concerns about the site, including it being so close to waterways and the inner-city businesses. Encampment Response Plan lead Riley Willinen notes that many existing encampments are already located near waterways, and there have been no injuries or fatalities due to water proximity.
We also reached out to Thunder Bay Fire Rescue for some data on how often they are doing river rescues within that area. And on average, over the past 6 years, there's been only 2.5 rescues per year, and none of those resulted in serious injury or fatality.
Council members pointed out they received numerous emails over the past week from nearby business owners and residents expressing their concerns.
I spoke to various large box store owners today, managers and store owners, and said in the summer when the encampments are larger, their thefts are triple.
There is no evidence that crime will increase, none. There is no factual evidence to suggest that. In fact, a number of people who are experts in the field would suggest that the likelihood of crime may very well decrease.
Councillors were also hesitant about having to lease the property from the LRCA. At-large Councillor Mark Bentz proposed an amendment to focus on another property on the list, a city-owned wooded lot on Cumberland Street beside the Salvation Army's Journey to Life Centre.
I'm really concerned about putting $1.5 million onto LRCA property, at least on the Cumberland site. The investment we make into that property stays with the taxpayer.
That property was also highly ranked in the city's screening of dozens of potential sites across Thunder Bay, as it's on a main transit route and close to relevant services at the Salvation Army. However, Director of Engineering Matthew Miedema says the property will need extensive site preparation to be usable.
We don't know what kind of bedrock we're going to encounter at those sites. As well, that park has high known groundwater issues. It's often saturated in spring events, so extensive underground base is required at the park site.
Some members were concerned that any delays could cost the city the $2.8 million in funding from the Thunder Bay DSAB. However, Bentz's amendment passed 9-2. Salvation Army Executive Director Gary Ferguson says they have no opposition to the proposed location.
I think the only concern that we'd have at this point is that it's continuing to be referred to as the Salvation Army site, and this is not our property, nor it's an initiative at this point that we are the lead organization. So I think it's a little bit premature at this time to really know how that may affect us.
The Cumberland site is expected to be ratified at Council's meeting next week. Jessica Clement, TBT News.